Nick does though. Nick,
Nick goes, Nick, yawn. My brother Nick, every time you say the word yawn, he yawns. Like, honestly, if he hears the word yawn.
Now I really want to yawn.
Say it.
Yawn,
Yeah.
Nick. Yeah.
Yawn.
He just did it.
He listens to the
Doesn't that make
podcast,
you kind of feel godlike a little bit?
Man, I'm getting tired, Nick. I feel a yawn coming on.
Yawn,
Yeah,
Nick.
he just did it.
Yawn.
He just did it.
Yawn,
Yeah.
Nick.
Nick, yawn. My brother Nick, every time you say the word yawn, he yawns. He just did it.
Yawn,
Yeah.
Nick.
He just did it. Oh, you got a yawn right now, dude.
Yawn.
He just did it.
He listens
Doesn't
to
that
the
make you kind
podcast.
of feel godlike a little bit?
Yawn. Yawn. Yawn.
Oh, you got a yawn right now, dude. Oh, you got a yawn right now, dude. Hey, welcome to Gross Domesticated Podcast, GDP Live for short. I'm your host, Pat George. If you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate it. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons there. Get the little notifications every time we go live, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. You can catch us either on IG Live at Baby Mermaid Productions or here, Baby Mermaid Productions. Please, again, subscribe on YouTube, and you'll see us here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you want to watch past episodes, you can catch the playlist also at Baby Mermaid Productions on YouTube. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. The Instagram Live I erase at the end of every show, so it is audio only on the YouTube video. So if you ever want to pound off or if you want to join in, just ask to join in on the Instagram, and essentially you're just calling into the show. So like I said, welcome to the show. If you are here, please just check out some of the other stuff on you're going to have some time off during the holidays. If you're looking for stuff to binge or you want to watch shows, I would love to suggest Hacks. Hacks would be a very bingeable show. It's a lot of fun. Even if you're not a huge fan of golf, if you like comedy, you're going to love that show. That's hosted by John Montag. He's the host. He's also the art director and associate producer here of at GDP Live. So make sure if you see anything that he's involved with, just check it out because it's got the GDP seal of approval. So Hacks, check that out. Falls Count Anywhere. New episodes every Monday here on YouTube. Also, anywhere you get your audio podcast, you can listen to Falls Count Anywhere. We got some big things coming up. There's a big live show, Christmas live show. Listen up, guys. Christmas live show. We're gonna find out the results of who's gonna eat the super hot chip. I believe it's called a Packy chip. I think something like that. It's the 100th episode of Falls Count Anywhere. We're gonna have a special it's gonna be live. Basically, that's the main part. So you can pound off live. You can talk to the boys about some wrestling shit. You can watch whoever has to eat the chips suffer live again. And you will see all of this again. I don't know if I mentioned live. We're gonna play a live round of pre-pro PWI. I don't know if Manny's gonna say it correct live, but who knows? You know what I mean? But either way, new episodes every Monday. Not obviously this Monday because we're gonna be doing the live. Did I mention I was live? Falls Count Anywhere. So you can check that out. Also, new episodes of Proper Ebonics are out every week here. We got 2 episodes coming out this week because they had a very special guest, Jim Bryan, on the show. So that look for that new episode of Proper Ebonics. But there was one dropped Monday. So if you wanted to check out the new episode of Proper Ebonics, check it out on the playlist right below me, probably somewhere on the channel. So if you're here, like I said, appreciate you joining us and checking it out. But Proper Ebonics, Falls Count Anywhere, and also I am a guest on a new episode of the Human Interaction podcast that is out today with Andrew Hambone Hamilton. He's that's over at the Human Interaction podcast channel on YouTube. So if you like anything you see here, go check me out over on that show. We talk about a little bit about aliens. We talk a little bit about lists. I tried not to take over his show, and also it jarred both of us when I referred to him by his legal first name, which which never happens. I never talk to him and never refer to him as Andrew, but like multiple times in that show, for some reason, I know that's not like huge, that's not a great teaser or anything. Hey, I called him by his name. It's crazy, but it's weird that the guy's a good guy. So just check him out on what's up? How's it going, Charles? What's going on? Pounding off on the comments, buddy. Cupcake. But I had a great time talking to him. We tried to get that going for the longest time, and just for some reason just never could get our schedules right, or we just never followed through with it. So if you would like to see that, you can check that out on the Human Interaction Podcast. So check that out. Hold on, I want to do some waving here. How's it going, guys? The Pound It Off in IG Live. I just want to say thanks anybody that joins the show this year. We are going to be live streaming on Friday, not just the Falls Count Anywhere, but GDP Live will be going on as scheduled. So it's so I will be with you if you're headed to wherever you're going. You know, you're not supposed to travel, but everybody knows somebody's doing something. So whether it's you're off of work, you're baking all day, you're cooking, getting ready for even a smaller meal, or who knows, just take the day off, enjoy some content. But I will be here. If you're here, I'm here. You know what I mean? I don't take days off. I don't do this for the money. I don't get paid for this. But speaking of getting paid, I would like to bring up one more time the Church of Satire New Year's Eve live laugh-a-thon that we're going to be putting on. It's going to be, all the proceeds are going to be going. What's going on, Karen? Pounding off in the comments. Church of Satire New Year's Eve laugh-a-thon is basically, it's just a thing that we're going to be putting on New Year's Eve starting at 7 p.m. It's going to be a live event where we're playing clips of any contributions that we've been getting from comics, musicians, stuff like that are friends of the club, people that have performed there, people that like to perform there one day or something like that. We're going to be putting on a great show where we're featuring a lot of these artists that are putting giving us some stuff to help out the club. We're going to be sharing the Venmo and everything like that during the show, and updating everybody on the tallies and stuff like that, of kind of like where we're at as far as, it's just all going towards operating cost for 2021, because obviously because of COVID and a lot of shutdowns and just not being able to have to make money this year. They've obviously, there's a little concern for next year. So Jim would like to extend out one more time. If anybody knows any performers, or if you are a performer yourself, you have a clip from one before you were performing, or even during the COVID times. I know some people did some outdoor shows and stuff like that. If you got a good 3.5 minute clip of a sketch of a set that you did, or if you want to record a set in your house, it doesn't matter. Anything it's gonna play. Give us your information. Send the videos to cosnye2020@gmail.com. That's cosnye2020@gmail.com. And then you can send your clips there. We'll get them all bunched up. We'll have everything ready to play. And essentially the reason we're going pre-recorded with the clips, and we don't want to have like live Zoom performances and stuff like that, is because it feels like it's just going to get more muddled, and does like this way we can have the most clear entertaining show for you guys. Also, everybody gets the night off on New Year's Eve. You guys don't have to worry about being somewhere like that. I mean, you can join in obviously and watch the event and pound off again in the comments and stuff like that. But if you don't want to, but this is basically so you don't have to sit at home and worry about being on New Year's Eve. But again, not that anybody's worried about hanging out with people. Not worried in that sense, in the traditional sense of like the regular social anxiety. Now it's just like medical anxiety, just regular being scared of just dying because somebody breathed on you, or you had like I found out I'm almost like timing my conversations now. So like it's almost getting to the point where I'm like, all right, well, how long have I been talking to this person? Oh, we both have masks, because basically they say it, even I believe it's even unmasked, having like a 10-minute conversation with somebody is where you're at the most risk. So it's like, cool, okay. Well, what about masked? Then are we like at 20 minutes? Do we have like does that double our time? Does that give me any other time to have a conversation? I don't know. So, it's just a way to, like, it's a cool event that we can put on. It's a good cause. It's a good club. Jim's a great guy. So it's something that's, and also the event will be streamed from the club's Facebook page. So if you want to check that out, follow the Church of Satire on Facebook, and then you can see us there. So hold on a second. Why isn't this showing up? Wonder why. Hold on. Production going on here. How's everybody doing today? Good. I hope everybody's good. I'm everybody ready for Christmas. Whatever Christmas may be. Like Karen, obviously, is in the pounding off in the comments. She's joined the IG live. She's got her whole family's there, pretty much. So I don't know why I can't pull this up. This is weird. All right. Well, I can't get the Instagram live, so I'll just have to read the comments live in there. So, but like I don't know who's been quarantining with who. If you have like a nice a group that it's basically going to be Dom and I and the cats, probably, we're going to have some dinner, going to have some tiramisu. We're going to do the live falls kind of anywhere, but those guys they're kind of been in the bubble here. So like it's been a thing where, I think that's really it. It's just basically content. a lot of the plans for Christmas for this household, at least on this side, is just producing a lot of content that day. So maybe it's the most social you can be, hopefully, because again, I don't know what anybody's timelines look like, because a lot of people apparently traveled for Thanksgiving. No, hey, whatever, no shame. But a lot of people exposed a lot of other people to a lot of things. So a lot of people are testing positive, even just in like like circles that I'm aware of. Like there's plenty of people that have been testing positive already. So I'm sure whoever didn't travel for Thanksgiving is like, oh, I saved it because I just want to travel just for Christmas, not for anything else. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I think a lot of people are kind of like, no, I saved it for that one. So whoever didn't do it is going to be, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know where everybody's at, because it's been almost a year that we haven't had any consistent kind of like, really anything. And so it's kind of been it's been a lot of up in the air, but especially since we're people that moved away from from a lot of where our family is. So as far as like a lot of the holidays and stuff, it's nothing really changes. It's usually kind of just us, and it's cool. Like we're fine, or we hang out, maybe have a dinner at a friend of ours house, a couple of theirs, and they have 2 kids. Like, but I don't know. Hold on. What's going on here? There we go. All right. A little glitch on IG Live. I think probably a lot of people are streaming right now. But I feel like there's definitely there's heightened like anxieties, but like not just the normal, because there's a weird thing that Dom and I have both been suffering from, and it's where we're, and I think a lot of people are doing it, and I think a lot of people are realizing kind of the hypocrisy of like, how could all these people doing this, but then how could you be going in large crowds or whatever, but you're also there? Like we went to the mall to pick up a gift card, and while we're in the mall, they took all the tables out of the mall. Cool, yeah, obviously, because you're not supposed to be eating indoors. Whatever, cool. You still got the food court open. That's weird, but that's how you make money. Cool. People are there anyway. There's a ton of people there anyway, because it's also Christmas time. Also, one of those things of like, look, not everybody's still going to shop online. If everybody's wearing masks and we're trying our best to social distance, like it's not a necessary risk, but it's one of those things of like, God damn it. Like we need to have something We need to shop, damn it. Feel some kind of normal a little bit. Hear holiday music that you're not playing. So I do understand that. And again, with us, masked, sanitized, walking in to get a gift card and to leave. Maybe, yeah, we could probably have gotten that online, but whatever. We had to do grocery shopping anyway. We were doing necessary things already. So when you go, but while we're there, the thing that bothers me, and that's the thing, is everybody has their limit. Everybody has their spot where they're like, oh shit, like I have to I have to talk about I have to like I that's my limit. That's my thing is whatever it may be. For a lot of people it's not standing far enough away. A lot of people, some people are freaked out about like 6 feet, motherfucker, blah blah blah. Some people are really militant about masks. Like it's all understandable to an extent, but it's also that's you have to understand that's your line. And sometimes you have to just hold your own line. You have to give your, but if somebody's crowding you, if something, I see people walking around every once in a while just not wearing a mask in a store, like not even hanging off or on their chin or something, just not wearing it. And like, and they all, and I don't know if this is me projecting. This is one of the things me and Dom talked about, but is this me? They all seem to have this smug look, like this, like I wish somebody would say something about me not wearing a mask. You know what I mean? Like they want to go viral. They want to go like 200% as soon as you say, hey, mask buddy, or like, hey, would you mind putting on a mask? Because oh, I have a medical condition, whatever, like whatever it is. I whatever it may be. John's pound. What's going on, John? How's it going on? John Montag, Art Dick, and associate producer. Aspro and Art Dick. There's like everybody has their own line, but like where like just people it looks to me, it could, and again, it could just be me projecting, but it looks a lot like people are like when they don't have a mask on, you can see their face. So it looks like they're just kind of this like fucking say something. I don't give a shit. I have a note from my doctor that says I don't have to fucking do this. And it's like, why? Like, why? What does it mean? What does that mean? What? You don't have to, you have a medical condition, so you don't have to wear a fucking, I don't know, either way. But that I understand that that's probably just my own, that's my own thing. So, but when we were walking through the mall, they had taken all of the tables out. And when I see and then people were buying food, and then they were just sitting on the ground eating. Took their mask off and they're eating and they're talking and they're like, and I told Dom and I said, I know that the reaction is just me, but I'm not wrong when I say like these people are fucking stupid assholes. These are worthless assholes, right? We can acknowledge that they don't fucking get it. The reason they took the tables out was because they don't want you to sit here and eat. So like the reason there's no place to sit and you're sitting on the ground is because they don't want you to. So don't fucking do it. What's going on, Ron? Pounding off with a hard wave before you're hitting the wave before I can. I can't reach the fucking phone. That's what's happening. Maybe I can try to watch it on my phone. I'm trying to get the comments mobile, but I can't. I don't know what's going on here. For some reason, it's not showing up on the computer like it was before. But yeah, the reason there's no table is because is the sheer fact that you have to hold on. Actually, what if I try this? What if I watch it from a different thing, right? Can I do that? How about that? Oh, look at that. Look who figured it out. Look who figured it out. Hold on a second. Oh, Patty Brains producing live on the show as he's bitching about COVID. See, as soon as you start complaining, oh, it won't let me switch the accounts. Okay, well, I'll just watch it on here. If it looks like I'm looking at my phone, I am. Hold on a second. Here, look, I'm gonna wave. Hi. I fucking fool. See, I didn't like to have to go like this and like look down and go, oh, I can't read. But John's pounding off here. He says, just doing push-ups while I spell words, ready to fuck you up in the Christmas spelling bee. Well, John, I guess we'll find out because you, my friend, are. I don't know what push-ups are gonna do though. Hold on, I'm gonna wave back. Look, I just waved at myself. This is weird. I got a new associate producer. It's my fucking phone, John. I think that's my line is when I see like a willful ignorance of common decency. When I see a willful ignorance in people, I get real pissed. You know what I mean? Like I see like when there is no table and the person's like natural line of thinking is, and that's the thing is like there is no good side of it. There doesn't seem to be a positive side to when they take the tables out. People like don't people when they take the tables out and people go like, oh, I'm gonna just sit on the ground here and then take my mask off and eat. And also now I'm in the way. I'm definitely not. So there's no like we're all facing away from each other. It's not like they're sitting around now facing all the dumb mouths are breathing in. But it's just the willful fucking ignorance of the fact that they're like, this is pretty good Chinese food. Like eat it and grab it and just get the fuck out. Go home. It every step of the way it has seemed at least through this pandemic has been like it seems like people just will not understand, and I don't know, like they won't just take what we can get. Like, okay, we get sports, but all you have to do is just follow these couple of rules and like here you go. All right, well we can go out in stores and we could do things, but we just have to wear masks. Well, I don't want to wear a mask. I don't have to. It's not the law. Okay. You know? So then it comes a lot of, any of those people then will go like, well, how come we can't? Now you're closing everything down and it's bullshit. And it's like, it is, like I said, it's been almost a year. At this point, it is just a willful ignorance. So when I see that physically represented, when I physically see a representation of people just being inconsiderate, it happens when I see like people double parking when they just stop in the middle of the road to let somebody out, like just stop in the street. It's like shit like that. Like always fucking bothers the shit out of me. In New York City, I understand it. New York City is overpopulated. There's too many fucking people. You have to take. That is part of the city. Is just there's a terrible aspect of some of the people, or like, and that's what there's too many fucking people. The reason there's nowhere to stop that's out of your way is because there's nowhere to stop. There's no room. So I get it. And you are contributing to it. But in this case, I was not trying to contribute to it. I was just trying to go, hey, I want to walk in here, get the thing, and then leave. We're here anyway. That's Walmart. This is the fucking, you know what I mean? Like if you're out gift card hunting and then you just see a bunch of dumbasses sitting on the ground eating. Another person was posted up on the trash can. There's a couple people that were eating the meal off the top of like a trash can, off one of the where you put the tray return. You put the trash in here where everybody's going over to put stuff. So now you're in a communal space without your mask on, eating. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I understand if you don't, but like, why do you have to be? I don't understand that aspect of it. I guess I don't understand that like attack of ignorance. It's like it's a willful ignorance attack, you know? We got some people pounding off in the comments. Ron Kane, OG Ron. First of all, we got Premium Ron waving first. What's going on, Premium Ron? Also, we have OG Ron pounding off. We are in the emboldened asshole stage right now. Yeah. Well, that's been the whole thing. That's been the whole time. Has been the it's a straight up attack on like if the worst case scenario, it's not tyranny to wear a mask, dude. Like it's just a thing that it's just a thing and it's not the government that's saying this. I said this in one of the past shows where the problem I actually we talk about this in the human interaction podcast that I recorded with Andrew Hambone Hamilton that's out today. Check that out on his YouTube page. I that's part of the reason why I felt like I had to stop following Joe Rogan. Like that was kind of the last straw, was whenever that fucking monotone douchebag video came out. He's like, look, this is Governor Newsom, and he's telling us to take a mask off and between bites at Thanksgiving, or not to visit. And yes, Poe Buddy's nerfed. There are absolutely lying assholes or hypocritical assholes. We all are. Like I was just saying, when you're in a public space and you go, what are all these fucking assholes doing here? You're one of the assholes. So like, that's what I was saying is, but there are ways that you can do these things. We can still have these luxuries of being able to leave our fucking homes and go shopping in public if we just follow just a couple simple rules. And why do the assholes have to be the loudest, most pronounced? I don't like when there are no tables and there are no chairs. Take the fucking hint. Don't eat here. Leave. Get in, get out. That's what we're supposed to be doing. What the fuck, dude? So even when we still have, it's such a spoiled brat, fucking bullshit, selfish. I don't know what the logic is behind that. Where now you're sitting on the ground. Are you winning the argument because you're like, or do you just seriously not get it? Like, and either way is not a good answer. Either you know what you're supposed to be doing and you're not doing it, or you're too fucking dumb to get the point that so if you went into the bathroom and there wasn't a toilet, would you just shit on the ground? Or would you just go, oh shit, I can't shit here because there isn't the thing. Oh, they probably don't want me to shit on the ground. Oh, yeah. That's all. Like it's just that. Like it's not a political thing. The politicians they were passing on a message coming from the CDC. It's a Center for Diseases. They want to control them, not you. They just want to say, hey, if you keep breathing on each other, we're all gonna die. Please stop. And you go, oh yeah. I don't understand that. I cannot relate to that whatsoever. We got some pounding off. I've been pounding off way too much with my mouth. Ron's pounding off. Hold on a second. Ron Kane's pounding off. You have Emboldened Assholes. Avery's also pounding off. What gift card did you want to get? It was Bath and Body Works. It's not worth dying over. Sure, I dropped a cool 50 on it. I don't give a shit. It's the holidays, man. It's a gift. That makes the gift card, by the way, even going to a place to get a gift card now, I didn't plan enough. I risked my life because I didn't plan enough, because that's my fault. But I'm not a super spreader. I work here, baby. This is where I work. After this, I turn the lights off, but then this is basically still where I'm working. I'm not going anywhere else. So yeah, I go to the mall, put my mask on, got my hand sanitizers, got my mask, gloves, all this other shit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to soccer kick the people sitting on the ground? Am I supposed to kick the food out of their hand? Yeah, probably. Did I? I will next time when I think about it, to film it ahead of time. But as of right now, like, come on. I don't understand the Santa thing, but that's also not my jam. I'm also not a guy that I don't have kids. So, but I don't understand why do we even have to have that at all? But they have like a plastic thing, and then also you have to stand over here, or I think some of them, I think they can like Photoshop it in. Even that, like, well what? Just don't do it this year. You don't have to do that. Ron's also pounding off. Again, OG Ron, some of those trash germs have to kill the Rona. I would assume so. I would assume that either there's something there that would like combat it, like, you know, like how they say, like, oh, you can take vitamin D. By the way, I don't know. I said that today. I've been using A&D ointment on my hands because my hands have been really dry from washing them so much. Thank you, smug. But I've been washing my hands so much that they get like, you know, scaly, they get real dry, cracked and shit like that. So I've been trying to keep them nice and medicated, and I've been using A&D ointment, and it has vitamins A and D. And one of the things that helps combat the Rona is vitamin D. So I told that to Dom today, and she's like, "Yeah, if you ingest it." And I was like, "Well, what do you think? I think that's what your skin's doing. It's absorbing, ingesting, right? It's entering my skin through my hands." So I don't know. What do I do? But I've still been taking the vitamins, you know. I don't know. Nobody knows, but limiting, it seems to be, from the general consensus is, try to stay away from large groups as much as possible. But if you're doing it, do this. And then there's a lot of caveats, and from state to state, it's different. I know homeboy from Barstool's been talking to a lot of small business people and complaining about how the government's not handling of this and all that stuff. And I, you know, hey, I'm just some dickhead in my fucking attic. You know what I mean? I don't know. Who knows? But it doesn't mean that you can't just be like, just listen. Why not listen to the CDC? Oh, because they don't know. Yeah, because they're learning about it. Like, that's the thing, is things change when you're learning about stuff. It's you think your idea might, like, I used to think philosophy was so fucking cool until I fucking matured. And then I'm like, you know, it's a ton of, it's what ifs. It's essentially pics or it didn't happen. And I don't know how brilliant that is anymore. But it is a line of thinking. You know, philosophy is the only thing that still truly like really what is it? Not challenge, like excites me, or I guess the thing I really do appreciate still about philosophy is the ship of Theseus. That idea of like the things. So like we talked about that a little bit on the ghost episode, I think, of like at what point would a ghost still haunt a thing if that thing was like the ship of Theseus? Like if a ghost was haunting is it a location? Is it like a GPS location? Like for like a link? Or is it like or is it, no matter what, is that the thing, the actual thing? So I don't know. Avery's also pounded off. That's a good gift card. Yeah, right? $50 gift card for Bath and Body Works is a fucking solid gift, right? I'm not bragging. I am showing off. I don't give a shit. But like, that's because it's, and not to mention, like I said, if there's usually you'd say, oh, you're just giving a gift card. Like that's a thought. No, at this time, if I'm going somewhere to buy a gift card, that's heightened the gift card now, because now I'm putting my life at risk because all these dickheads eating with their mouths, like chewing with their mouth open. There's a guy walking around eating ice cream, chewing ice cream with his mouth open. It was all I could do not to smack it out of his hand. It was all I could do. I don't know what to do anymore, except for just go like, oh shit. Now I can't even, like, people don't get it. When you take the thing, you take a chairs and table away, like you just take that away, like, and there's nothing. And we both walk in, we see the visual. Dom audibly went, wow, oh, like, look at that. Yeah, they took all the shit out. They don't want anybody here. They're like, we need to stay open, so we can't have you guys just congregating here. You need to get in, get your shit, try to stay away from each other, wear your fucking mask, and then get the fuck out. That's what we want. Don't stand too close to each other. Stand on the dots. Do this thing. Like, all that other shit. They had the little security guards standing in front of Bath and Body Works where they're like, okay, well, you can wait a little bit. Okay, now you can go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, the store's individual. It's the mall itself is just a great representation even of America. It's like it's some stores are like, yeah, come on in, who gives a fuck. The other ones are like, they have like tape up and they have, this is where you exit this side, this is where you enter over here. Like, just individual stores are running like their own like standalone stores in general. So like the only thing that the mall really, I guess, seems to dictate at this point is the hours, because there's really nothing else there. Because why else have security guards if you're not going to come over and just kick them on? Like, say, get the fuck up. What are you doing? Like, you don't even have to tell them at this point, like, sir, you can't do that. Like, what are you doing? Would you ever just sit on the ground and eat your fucking meal like this in a public place? What are you doing? This isn't a park. You're not having a picnic. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck, right? Like, I don't understand. Obviously, if you're a security guard, you might get fired. But, who knows? Karen's pounding off. We photoshopped Santa in. Yeah. I think that's what it was. Like, and I mean, yeah. Because it's not about the photo of the kids with Santa. It's not about remembering the year. It's like everything this year. I felt like I was buying merch all year this year, because all this year, like, I don't feel like I bought anything that was just a regular piece of clothing. It feels like, except for maybe like a couple flannel shirts and some underwear. Everything else has been like, I have a Descendant shirt that has like Milo goes to college or whatever, but he's wearing a mask. You know what I mean? Like every other thing, bubble hockey championship, like the team that I love to follow won their championship, and they did it in the weirdest way in the, like, no fans. Football's weird as fuck. Everything's weird as fuck this year. So it feels like everything's just been merch of the year. Like, everything's going to be memorable, but it's not with the Christmas card. Like, I heard somebody complain, like, what's the point? Like, it's not about the Santa part of it. The Santa is just like, Karen is perfect. Take a nice picture of your kids, Photoshop Santa in, there you go. And then now you have a Christmas card. And also, it's just about the picture of the kids. People just want a picture of the kids' growth. They want to measure the children's growth. And they can't cut them open like trees, so you got to take pictures of them every year. This is see, John. I'm a parenting expert too now. John actually pounded off here. You skin gested it. Yeah, I skin gested. That's why he's the ass pro. John Montag pounding off hard in the comments here on IG Live. If you're not following the show on IG Live, you're missing some awesome comments. Even though I read some of them, some of them I don't. But at the end of the show, they're gone. So remember that. John Montag pounding off card. When you put the vitamin D on your skin, you're skin gesting it. I like that a lot. It's still vitamin A and D. I'm taking both of those vitamins in my skin. I'm skin gesting both of those. OG Ron's also pounding off. The cleanest store is Excitement Video. I can understand that. I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to make a joke because it's a porn store, or the fact that, because they're also kind of up here, they have like kind of like in Florida, there's a ton of them in Florida, but here it's mainly just Excitement Video. Basically how every head shop in Florida is also kind of a porn store. It's a head shop, it's also a porn store, it's also like a tobacco shop. Like, they have to kind of be a couple different things. That's what Excitement Video is here, but it's a chain. So, and also I feel like the better chain, in my opinion, is the Lion's Den. I don't know if anybody's ever been to the Lion's Den, but it's really funny because I see it a ton I would see it a ton on the road. I would see like Lions Den, like because essentially what I would like to do normally is go to local malls or local like flea markets or something like that. But if it's like a Thursday or something like that afternoon, a lot of times there's not always a flea market open. Some of them are only open on the weekends, some of them are outdoors and they're not open during the winter or whatever it may be. Or the malls are terrible. So like it's a lot of times you could check out I always liked also to check out the local porn stores, but the chains are usually Lion's Den, Adam and Eve also, but like the most of the ones that I've seen have been Lion's Den. The funniest thing to me is the fact that Lion's Den has a very distinct logo. It's like it's a female lion inside like the circle, right? And it kind of looks like it's just like an outline of a female lion's head, like poking through. Like it's just a little graphic, right? And it says Lion's Den. Comfort Inn motels changed all of their logos from their whatever it used to be, and now it's all Comfort Inn. It's like a C, but it's kind of curved, like weird, like this. So it looks almost exactly like the Lion's Den logo. I don't know if I can actually find that. Hold on. Lion's Den logo. Yeah. So hold on a second. Let me pull this up. Pull this out over here. This is the Lion's Den logo. Right? You guys can see that, right? All right. Hold on. I get some pounding off here in the comments. The cleanest store. Avery said, I'm 23. And what's a porn store? It's a place. It's basically a place if you ever want to get your dick blown, apparently in the booths. If you ever watch Excitement Video, or not Excitement Video, but X Videos. That's what I was trying to say. Just type in Glory Hole, Avery, and you'll find out what happens in the back of the bookstore. I always wondered the same thing. Why would you go to a porn store? Because a couple of friends of mine would like work at these places, and when I found out when my best friend got a job at this porn store down right by Derby Lane, it's a dog track in in St. Pete, right off of Gandy Boulevard. There's a porn store. I can't remember the name of it, but he got a job there, and he was like, he's like, yeah, it's pretty chill or whatever. He's like, but some weirdos come in every once in a while, and he's like, but they just go right to the thing, and he's like, it sucks because it's weird. I still don't understand that, because I've been there a couple times when I'll go to go into like a porn store or something like that, and there's like the booths and the shit in the back. You just see a guy walk in and go, hey, how's it going? And like walk to the back. And you're like, and then you might see another person and you're like, oh, okay. I think that's truly why they still exist. I don't know. I think the Lion's Den are the last chain of those kind of stores, though, like where they're like almost like literally a Lion's Den that I stopped at once was at a truck stop. It was almost like being from dusk till dawn. It was the scariest fucking thing in my life. It was, and that was one of the most active back rooms that I ever saw. Like that was like fucking crazy. And like one of these days, if I wasn't terrified of being like arrested just for looking, but also slipping, if I go back there and I slip on something, man, I'm burning those shoes. I don't ever want to deal with that shit. I don't want to have to go back there. I don't know. Look, no judgment. I'm not kink shaming. I am interested, but that's why I'm just going to see it on the internet. I'm going to say, I wonder what happens back there, and it'll just remain a mystery. I'm fine with that. Because I am not willing to fucking risk slipping in some jizz just to get an eyeful of some weird trucker's dick. You know what I mean? I don't need to see that shit. I can just assume the worst here, and I'm fine with that. But it doesn't mean that I don't want to go just kind of get a good, again, I've been sanitizing my hands since way before. That's my shirt. That instead of Alan, a shout out to Alan Massenberg and Mass Hysterical Clothing. Shout out to those guys. I washed my hands before it was cool, right? That's one of his shirts. I sanitized my hands before it was cool. Definitely. Hold on a second. We got some more pounding off here. Karen's pounding off. I don't know what she's pounding off about. Let's see. I will be doing a very minimal pounding. I am rolling. Pierogi dough. Oh, okay. Rolling pierogi dough. And how coincidental we're talking about porn stores. John Montag's pounding off. They are porn purists. It's like listening to vinyl. Yeah, exactly. OG Ron's pounding off. It just shows even with online porn, people just love to destroy themselves in public. Maybe they're lonely and just need friends. Everyone needs a hobby. I think that's really what it is, though. I think there is I think there are there's weird things. Like I'm genuinely interested. I want to interview. Honestly, what it comes down to, it just is another reason why I want to interview Jim Norton. Like I want to talk to Jim Norton, just kind of get, shoot the shit. I would love to be able to work with Jim Norton in some capacity or another, because I know he knows these things. I don't know a lot of people that know these things. I know some people that have maybe visited some special massage places. I may be familiar with people like that. I don't know a ton of people that are like, yeah, this is how it works. But I do not want to go to a glory hole. I don't want to find, but I am intrigued because it's a weird, like it's a kind of cool. It's almost like The Voice, but like for sex. You know what I mean? That like they present their dick, and if they're interested, they're like, cool. But it's also the most entertaining porn search, in my opinion, at least as far as like funny wise. Like not like me, obviously. I'm like, what is it like? So there's like a knock. There's like a thing. I was like, do they warn them when they're gonna bagak? You know what I mean? When they're gonna come? When they're gonna? Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Your Mom's House. Shout out Christina P. But when they're gonna, I can say come. I don't know why I didn't. You guys know me. Come when they come. Is that like so like there, I think there's like a knock, or is like, or are there certain holes? Are there certain holes where also, is it legal? I don't think, is that legal? Because it's a public place, right? But it's like in the back. There's so many, I just weird things like that. Like but like I don't know if there's, I think it's just like you said, it's almost like I don't know if it's it could be lonely. I think it is definitely lonely. They want human contact. They want to have some kind of interaction with hold on, that fucking cocksucker. That was a good one. That was a well-placed drink drop. Not only did I need a drink of coffee, but I also needed to refer to cocksuckers. So, but they are looking for, that was fucking great. I'm really happy about that moment. But there's like, I don't know if they're lonely. They're obviously not lonely enough. There was one video that I watched. It's usually, and that's the weirdest part, is usually it's a couple. Well, that's not the weird part, I guess. But it's like a guy that's like, I want to see my girlfriend suck random dicks. And you're like, all right, whatever. It's when the guys like narrate, like, this is why it's the funniest. This is why it's the most entertaining porn category, is because it's inadvertently the funniest. So like there was one couple that they were like, they were almost like too clingy. Like the guy kept going. He's like, no, go ahead, man. Yeah, bring in another one. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, hey, the more the merrier. Like there's like multiple people, and it's like, and you know what I mean? Like that's weird to like, all right, man. Like, hey, if I don't want, can you just not be a part of this right now? Or maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying, is like, I don't know the lanes of it, but it just seems so strange to me of like a guy that's going to go like, first of all, what are your expectations of it being a lady? Like, is it a guy, and is that like part of it? That's what makes it feel like it's non-discriminatory, and it's truly like it's the most open of the, like, it's literally, I'm going to go on this side of the hole. I'm on the, is there like does it work both ways? Like if this person has something to put through, like sometimes the lady, like that clingy couple, she's like, yeah, go for it, like touch my boobs, and like you're able to put other things through the holes. It's not just dicks. So like you like eyeball it and you go like, oh, okay. I don't think they're that discriminatory. I think it's just like a social thing. It's like speed dating, but like the end, only the end part. It's speed dating, but it's only the end part. So like I think at the end of this one, he was like, no, I think I'm just more into the whole like, because she's like afterwards, she's like, hey, so you want to come back to our place? I think he was like, I think the guy was like trying to be like, let's get a spit roast. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know if that was homeboy on the other sides. And then there was another one where the guy is, I don't even jerk off. That's what I'm saying is I'm not even jerking off to it. It's not even a fetish of mine. It's literally, I'm just like, this is so fucking funny. It's so funny. There's another couple where the lady's like, he's like whispering to her. He's like, put it in your mouth. And she's like, no. And she's like just doing this. And she's like, no. She keeps doing that, like mouthing. And he's like, come on, you're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing me in front of the fucking guys at the glory hole. Fucking put it in your mouth. Which is, I'm not comfortable with that. Like if she doesn't want to be there, but it's funny that she wasn't again it. She wasn't like, no, and I don't want to be here. She was like, I'll jerk him off and that's it. That's all I'm comfortable with. That was her line. I will jerk this stranger's dick off. I'm totally comfortable with that. We didn't talk about the mouth. Okay, Jim? We're not doing that. I'm doing only hand stuff at the hole. Only hands through the hole. He can put his pecker through. That's it. Who knows? We got other Ron. We got premium Ron pounding off. I only listen to porn audio that's been pressed on vinyl. Yeah, you know what's really funny is you say porn audio like that. You know how like okay, so this is I'm pretty sure everybody possibly I haven't really checked on YouTube. Hold on a second. I got the page over here. So that was the Lion's Den. So I'll bring up the Comfort Inn real quick. And let me just see if anybody's pounding. Okay, yeah, we got it. Basically everybody pounding off here in the comments are of an age where we remember pay-per-view and like scrambled channels, right? Stuff like that. So when there was hold on, let me find the Comfort Inn. Comfort Inn. Yeah, this is the new logo here. So at first glance, it kind of looks like if you're on the highway. So especially this blue one here, this darker one. When you see that on the highway, you're almost like, wait, is that a fucking Lion's Den and Lion's Den, Comfort Inn, Comfort Suites, whatever. That was the old logo. That's the new logo. It kind of not exactly. It's not tit for tat, but it's close. And at first glance, you're like, what the fuck? But no, not a Lion's Den. And so yeah. Like so I have I've had plenty. So my experience with scrambled pay-per-view and stuff like that, I had a buddy of mine that used to his family used to always order all of the pay-per-views and stuff like that for wrestling. So but a lot of times I would, it'd be late. It's because they're on Sundays. So a lot of times I'd have to get up for school. So I couldn't stay all the time for the whole main event. So if there was one that was particularly good or that I was looking forward to, I would stick around. I would either try to stick around, or if I couldn't stick around, I would catch the rest of it at home, scrambled pay-per-view, which very clear audio, but you could only hear it. And you just get little pieces, but it was like, wavy and fucked up. I actually, that's what happened. That's how I, witnessed or heard. That's how I got first news of Owen Hart's death or him falling. I caught it, I think, right after, and they were kind of reacting. They were coming back from a package and they were kind of like, so we got it's been a horrible accident and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, what the fuck? that was gripping to me. That was gripping. That was like me. That was like old Pat sitting around the old radio, like an old radio show, like going like, what, tell me news of Owen Hart. What happened? That's what happened. Fell. Died. Well, I don't know if that immediately, but definitely died. And catch the Dark Side of the Ring for that. That was fucking good. There is stuff like that. But my point is, I would also watch a lot of scrambled porn on those channels whenever possible. So I would catch every once in a while just a quick glimpse of titty, but it was very clear audio. So I am very much, like you said, Premium Ron, I am very much audio centric. I would listen to pressed porno on vinyl, which is weird because I get so grossed out by people chewing, by like ASMR shit like that, like weird gross shit like that. I get really grossed out by, but other stuff it works for me. I don't know. Sounds, sexy sounds. They work for me. Sexy sounds, yes. We got more pounding off here. Sorry. OG Ron, I would like to see the data of whether it's more single guys or couples going to the stores now. Yeah, actually, I would. That is pretty good. Because I think there's both. Comfort in. Am I right? Hell yeah. Go to IG Live to see the spelling on Comfort in. John Montag pounding off hard. Shout out to John Montag. Art Dick, associate producer. Montague spelled. Montag said. Montag Comedy on Instagram. Hacks Comedy Golf as well. Check out both of those. Fuck. But yeah, I would say, I wonder, okay, I don't even know if single guys go there. I don't know if single guys go to glory holes because it's so secretive, right? The amount of risk compared to, but like the amount of like secrecy you get, like if you time, at least with you're still on security camera when you go into the store. I'm sure you still have to get out, drive there in your car, get out and go into the store, walk to the back, stuff like that. But for the most part, with the other person, and you can't really prove. Like again, I had no idea. I mean, you can assume that everybody's jerking each other's dicks off in there, but for the most part, maybe people are just jerking their own dicks. But why would? That's the point that Avery, I think, was making earlier. And that's kind of the point. I think we all are like, well, why would you go in there? I think it's only for those people. I don't think anybody's just going in there just to jerk off their dick in public, unless that's their thing. And if that's their thing, please don't be so messy. It's gross. It's weird. But the whole thing, I think it's all couples, not all couples, but all married people or all people that are in relationships. That's my point, Ron. It's like, I think it's all people that are like whether it be the one guy on the other side of the door and then the guy and his lady on this side of the door. But I think this guy's married too. And he's just maybe like, my wife's not into, or he's just, I just need my dick sucked. So he goes to, or truckers a lot of times. That's the lonely part. That's the single lonely guy. Or maybe they're just lonely on the road and they're also married. And their wife isn't with them, so they go to a truck stop and they just go, any mouth will do, whatever. We got Premium Ron pounding off. ASMR banana eating is the sound of my nightmare. Like actual banana eating sounds, nothing nefarious. No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like any like that like any kind of like that, just it infuriates me. I don't know what the fuck it is about it. It just infuriates me. Other ASMR stuff, I'm okay with. I don't mind it. But chewing, like mouth open chewing or anything like that, when it's in commercials or when it's in any, I don't like it. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's fucking funny. It will make me boycott your fucking product more than buy it any day. If you have some little person like going, I do it. Oh, I want to fucking die. Like, I want the whole world to burn. Maybe that's bipolarness, maybe ism. I don't like isms. But wear your mask in public. Wear your mask at the glory hole, at the Comfort Inn. But I if anybody knows of anybody that is willing to speak about if they are very familiar with or frequent I would much rather somebody that frequents, that knows the lingo, like that. Like swingers aren't as interesting to me ever since I've seen like Real Sex and stuff like that. Any of those old school sex documentaries that HBO would show or anything like that. Watching those kind of like, it made me go like, oh, these guys are fucking dorks. Like they're all just nerds. Like, yeah, they fuck. That's cool. That's awesome that but they're almost like they're almost always fucking hippies, and they're almost always like what's the big deal? Like, I don't know. They're not like, it doesn't seem like they're into it. It just seems like they're like, yeah, man, we all love each other. Like, it's weird. Like they're all in a, like the polyamorous people and stuff like that are in multiple relationships. I don't know. I don't know why I am a monogamy guy in the sense of that, when like as far as like me personally, I'm monogamy 100%, all aspects of it. But the interest, as far as like, I want to see, like, there's obviously something to the glory hole that people are into that is like, it's so indiscriminate, and there seems to be like a universal thing. Once I realized that there are specific moves for chess and strategies and things like that, when I'm learning more and more about chess as I go, the more people I play, the more I learn that I think they're trained in that sense, and I'm just trying to learn my own strategies. Much like jujitsu, not that I'm against it, but I don't know how I can learn the proper chess techniques unless by trial and error at this point. So it's just a ton of mental rolling with chess with as many people as I can, and trying to figure out as much strategy as possible. So far, I have a pretty solid game plan and a pretty solid couple set of like a good set of like opening moves. But then after that, I'm just like fucking like just like jujitsu. And that's why I think I've been so taken to it. So I'm happy to learn it. I'm happy to learn more of those strategies, but I don't want to, I don't know. I don't want to, I'm happy to learn more about certain things like that, like universal truths of things. Like, this is what you never do here. This is what you, this is cool. Yeah, you can do that. The swingers thing was always like, wow, like what are these people? And you just find out, oh, they're just kind of weird, dorky people. That's just what they're into. It's like, there's really nothing much else to it. Like, I don't think there's like trauma. I don't think they're bad people. They're just, weirdos. Like, the key part, I think they're just people that like, whatever that they're like more animalistic. I don't know. I don't even mean it as an insult. It's just like literally one of those things. But the glory hole people, there's such a weird shame around all of it that like, I don't think there should be, because it seems like people that need that weird perverted outlet like found a way. It's evolution. It's sexual evolution, and it's so simple. And even if I remember correctly, I believe there's something in the Jewish religion where like there's a certain sect of Judaism where they have to have sex through a hole in a sheet. I that may be just a weird. I remember that as a sketch on it was on Upright Citizens Brigade. I know they did a sketch with that a couple times. A mouth is a mouth. That's the key. That's what Ron says. That's OG Ron pounding off, not premium Ron. But yeah, a mouth is a mouth, I guess. But I think the I don't know. I like I said, I don't know exactly what the how their mind works or what exactly it is, but there is a weird like all encompassing aspect of the glory hole that just seems like the more the merrier. It has somewhat of the feel, but like I think if swingers go to a glory hole, I think there's going to be not like a West Side Story style battle or anything like that. They're not going to like dance fight or anything, but I think there's going to be some misunderstandings. but like the fact that there is like there's some kind of knocking rule. I think there's some, you know what I mean? Like, I'll have to do some more research on another computer again because I'm trying to keep this one clean. Try not to do too much terrible shit with that. But like John was mentioned a little bit earlier, pounding off in the comments, tonight is the night we're going to be filming the Christmas spelling bee. I will be premiering it on Friday. So if anybody wants to check that out, make sure that you check out the Friday Christmas spelling bee here on YouTube, also on Instagram Live at Baby Mermaid Productions, and also Baby Mermaid Productions channel on YouTube. You can check out the live. I will be premiering it live, obviously, but we will be taping it tonight. So he's preparing. I think he's cheating by looking up words and writing them down and probably having them up throughout his house so he can go like, oh, I'm thinking, how do I spell Yule log? Oh, now I've thought of it. You know what I mean? Like, so actually what I'm doing is just giving my strategy out right now. Actually, I will have Manny here in the studio. I believe I'm going to have him probably maybe, well, we'll figure it out, but we're going to have him live in the studio. But I'm not near me. I don't want to see any of the words. I don't need to see any of the words. But check that out on Friday. We'll be going over it's a Christmas themed spelling bee, obviously, and Manny is moderating it. Hopefully, we will have a set actual base rules that we can have, whether it be curveballs or not, snowballs or not, huh? We'll be festive. We'll be ready. And yes, we will be streaming Friday. So look for us on Friday. I will be premiering the Christmas spelling bee versus me and Sir John Montag. Since we didn't really have a definitive winner of the first one necessarily, I did spell most of the words correctly, if I remember correctly. And also, honestly, John challenged me to a game of on our again, shout out to Josh Dway for plaguing me with the knowledge of all of these iPhone games that you can through Game Pigeon that you can just send people. As long as you've got a blue bubble, as long as you're a villain, as Damien likes to call it, shout out to the DNR podcast. As long as you're a villain, a blue bubble villain, you can play those Game Pigeon games. And John challenged me to a game of I can't even, what was it called again? Anagram or whatever. I can't remember. Hold on. Let me see here. What was the game called? Where's John here? John's here. We've been playing dots and boxes. Ugh. Shout out to John again for the photoshops. Art Dick and Ass Pro of the GDP Live. He's so wonderful. I love that guy. It was, hold on. I think it's basically where you can make a group of letters into many different words. Yeah, that's the thing. It was, they give you like a couple minutes, like 2 minutes or something like that. And then you have to come up with as many games as you can, or as many letters. You know? I don't know. You could have given me 2 minutes to guess what the word anagram, I think that's the name of it, means. And I still would have gotten 0 points. I got 0 words. I didn't get 1 word. And I think most of the words that he got, I think were guesses. So there's some bad blood here. We need a winner. We need a champ. He thinks he's going to be promo champ. That's not going to happen. He thinks he's going to be spelling bee champ. That's not going to happen. So I don't know what John thinks he's going to do besides changing diapers and eating his vitamins. But keep doing push-ups, pal. You're fucked. So check out the Christmas spelling bee. Update on Stanley. I did the Photoshop that I was referring to is the wonderful laser pointer and the duster. and our morning show duo that I had, my co-host for the show, I still got the duster here. Laser pointers downstairs, but we had to place young Lord Stanley back into quarantine. He was found to have butt worms, some kind of parasite that is very common with outdoor kitties or kittens, apparently, that are, out there. He had the ear mites, so we had to treat him for that. He's got the little worm thing. So to keep him away from the other kitty cat just to make sure that we don't infect her. But it's for another 2 fucking weeks. We got to keep this kitty cat in a separate room. Got to change his litter every day. He's turned into a little buttworm himself. So as of right now, the laser pointer and the duster have been put on the shelf. They will return, I'm sure, because that cat's coming out. He wants to come out now. He got 1 day of freedom. One like half day, not even a quarter even of a day of freedom. And he loved it. He was like a fucking Roomba. He was mapping out the entire house. He got the entire map out of the house. And now he's just in that one room, just banging against the wall because he knows how much more there is. He knows how much more there is. He's been on our soft, nice, memory foamish, whatever the fuck it is, mattress. He's been up and down the stairs. Love the stairs. He's seen multiple different windows. He's climbed up that green screen over there. There's so much more for that cat to explore that he didn't get to. But the stuff he is already aware of is he is anxious to get back out. So unfortunately, until his next appointment and the next time they check his poop and make sure everything's okay, he's got to stay in kitty quarantine. So laser pointer and the duster have been put on indefinite hiatus. The network has decided to go in a different direction right now, and it's just sticking with Pat for the morning show. But we got Karen pounding off in the comments. John, I could kick your ass in a diaper changing competition. I would bet that too. God damn, John, you better get better at golf. That's your thing, bud. He's not spelling, obviously not your thing. Promos, sure, you're good at them, but you haven't seen mine yet. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. John has huge shoes to fill. As far as, spelling, I'm the king of all education, all adult education. John's pounding off. Kidding me? I'll make you change my diaper, dude. No. I'm the king of adultification. All right? Me and Lemaire say at the same time, the same way.
Adultification.
Not andragogy. No. Those?
Fuck them. Fuck them.
I'm all about it. Adultification. I could do it in under 15 seconds. Well, we got to keep the baby, keep the baby safe, right? Are we using live babies? Karen, do you have more baby? Do you have babies in diapers still? Or are you going to make a new one so we can have a competition? Karen's going to pop out one more baby so we can have while there's still time, while John's baby's still in baby diapers and not in adult diapers yet. John's pounding off. He says, keep my name out your mouth. Yeah. Honestly, Karen, stay in your lane. Okay. We're not talking diapers here. And honestly, if we're talking diapers on GDP Live, we're talking adult diapers, because that's what I need. Everybody knows that. So keep everybody's name out your mouth. Make a baby, get it in some diapers, then you can start talking about. Because honestly, right now it's just hearsay. How do we know that it wasn't your husband that changed all the diapers? We know it's never the husband. That's true. But I will. John is. I think he's John the dad, and that's cool. That's a huge accomplishment. That's something to be proud of. That's something to be very proud of. He's good at it too. John the speller, no. John the promo king. No. He's got it in his bloodline, sure. His cousin's really great at promos. His cousin, he could probably take some notes from his cousin, honestly. But as far as like him, no. John the promo king, no. John the smelling bee? The smelling bee champ? Yes. The spelling bee champ? No. What's up, Manny? Manny, coming pounding off hard with a good wave. Straight up. Manny, I was just talking about how John is a dad, great, right? Number one. Sure. We'll get him the mug. World's greatest. Uh-oh. Pretty sure if you back and look, I spelled more words correctly. I think John might be having a stroke. He's having a couple. Those are spelling errors. I am not reading that wrong. So either he's trying to get me off my game by going like, "Oh, John know how to spell." John's a dad. John the dad. That's a great title. Keep that title. But John the speller, no. John the promo king, never, ever, ever. Danny the promo king, sure. Danny the speller, come on. No. So even if he wants to like have backup or anything like that, that's not even going to happen. Now, if it's a diaper changing contest, him and Karen can go at it. They can do whatever they want. That's cute. Go for it. He's the world's daddiest dad. Right. He might be the most daddest dad, but get better at golfing. Work on your golfing. You know? Work on your anagrams, man. Whatever that is, I think. I don't even know if that's the word. Please, somebody tell me. Is that the thing? It's that word, like you just take a bunch of letters and go, here's a bunch of words you can make with those. I don't know. I know how to fart. I know how to spell. I'm not cheating either. I got no words in here, except for December might be a good word because I still don't know how to spell that. And it's been behind me for almost a whole month. It is backwards behind me, right? We got premium round pounding off. Manny, I'm building some 3D models and need some material colors. Pick 3 colors you like. Oh, okay. Santa is an anagram for Satan. Ooh. Why don't you challenge Manny to an anagram off? Anagram off. So look for that Friday. We're going to be filming it tonight, so I'm already getting heated. I'm trying to get pumped. I'm caffeinated. We're going to be filming that tonight, premiering it on Friday. Make sure you check out GDP Live on Friday morning, Christmas morn. Wake up, open your presents, hang out with your family a little bit, and then lock them in a room and come hang out with me. Or lock them in a room and make them hang out with me. But join us live either on YouTube, Baby Mermaid Productions. You can subscribe here. Make sure you're liking the video. Please like the video. You like it, don't you? You like me? Like the video. Or you can pound off in the comments, IG Live. You can pound off anywhere you want. You can join in anywhere you want. We got somebody join. Uh-oh. Here we go. John's requesting it. Here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh. I don't know if I got it in time. We got John calling in. Oh, here he is. Look who it is.
I don't know. I got to chime in. I go out and pick up a burrito and turn off this podcast, as you call it.
You only quoted one part of it. When did the quote start?
Well, because the other hand's holding burrito.
Oh, okay.
And all of a sudden I come back home, sit down and enjoy my burrito and some GDP.
Yeah.
And you can't keep my name out your mouth, man.
Yeah.
It's like I'm out there running errands. I'm making the world a better place, but getting people presents and giving me burritos. You're sitting in your attic talking about me to no one.
What do you mean and look, hey, first of all, you're getting presents
to no one.
You're getting presents. You're getting to no one. I'm saying that. Well, I know you watch back. I know you're a fan. Look, man.
Never.
I know what you do. You go
what?
through the archives. You sit here and you meticulously. He types out. He will actually transcribe every fucking word I say. That's weird, right? Isn't that weird?
Go.
I mean, that's an ass pro for sure, but he's also an art dick. Don't forget that. That's what
spell
you are.
Meticulously.
Meticulously, it's FUCKYOURSELF. Explanation point, I think. Is that how you say it?
I'm just getting loose with these spelling bee words, baby.
I just admitted that I don't know how to. Did you catch that part? I don't know how to spell December, and it's been behind me for almost a whole month.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of words you don't know how to spell.
Yep.
Case in point, the first spelling bee.
Case and point, right?
Words.
Case and point, both of those, right?
I spelled more words correctly than you in the first spelling bee. So
I don't remember that one. I don't remember.
It was pretty much just because we were working on 2 different point systems.
Yeah. Also, we didn't have any kind of moderation whatsoever.
No, that's where Manny comes in, baby.
Right. Manny
will
be.
A cat.
Oh, is there?
There's
yeah.
a cat right there. Just stalking us. That's
Oh my God.
Pat's favorite cat of ours.
Oh, is that Danny?
That's Kit. That's Kit up there.
John, there's a cat on your fridge.
Yeah. See it?
Yeah. No, okay, look. Don't let's not both of us get distracted by shiny things right now, okay? Look. You had tinfoil on your burrito too. This has been hard enough. Oh, and now you're bringing hot sauce into it? Look. I got hot sauce. You gotta
see the proper technique is you put hot sauce on each bite. First, you get a quality burrito.
Right.
Every single time.
Right. Spell burrito.
Burrito.
I think there's only one R.
Nope.
So,
Manny, do Spanish. How many R's in burrito?
That's why we need a moderator. Look. All right. If you keep practicing, I will not accept any possible points that you gain or don't gain in our spelling bee. I want you to know that. So if you continue to study,
I've been practicing. Is it practicing to be out in the world looking at words?
Yes.
I'm just out there. I'm taking in my surroundings.
Right. Well, look, I just want you to know that I know for a matter of fact that if you spell more words than me, I want you to choose. I want there to be bigger stakes. I want there to be, because you're right. You did spell more words than me technically because you were choosing them and you gave me all impossible words to spell. Nobody knows how to spell those words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody else knows. They threw the list out.
Right. I don't even remember what they were. So I want you to tell me what my punishment should be if I were to lose.
Well,
as you take a bite, I do understand that you were probably also on your actual physical lunch break right now. So I do appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Yes. You see, if you want to raise the stakes, I say we make it actual stakes.
Okay.
Let's put a couple porterhouses up against each other.
Okay.
Loser buys the winner a steak of their choosing.
Let's see. I want to see if this is a good omen. I'm going to check to see if I spelled porterhouse right.
I mean, that's pretty easy.
I don't know. I mean, is it one word? Is it two?
So, mashed into one.
Why did T-bones come up? I did not spell it right.
How'd you spell porterhouse? P-O-U-R?
No, Porterhouse.
Oh, I guess I would have spelled it wrong too.
Right. All right. So, all right. So we're going Irishman. We're going to be betting some illegal steaks that fell off the back of a truck. And do you want any hot sauce with your steaks?
No, because I'm not a heathen.
What do you mean?
I prepare my steaks so well, no sauce is needed.
So well, like you overcook them, you mean?
Oh yeah, bad choice of words.
Yeah,
wow,
what a dummy.
My steak so perfectly.
You call yourself a dad? You call yourself a dad and you're cooking well steaks?
On my countertop. Come see me.
Oh, he's spitting bars too. I got baby socks on my countertops.
Yeah, I got a baby right next to me drooling and looking at me eat a burrito. She can't have.
She got her own burrito?
Pat, that's how good of a dad I am. I know that babies aren't allowed to have burritos yet.
But hot sauce here, just play with the bottle. I'm gonna put the lid on so you don't get hurt.
Yeah,
she's teething. Duh.
Call that a Cholula christening, if you will. Baptism by Cholula.
Are you guys ready for the holidays? HOLIDAYS? Question mark.
More like that Holland Blaze, am I right?
Also not okay for babies. I don't know if you knew that. Even though it's legal in New Jersey, but still not for babies, I found out.
The holidays are a tricky thing. We're in the middle of a pandemic right now. And because of that, some of my family members may or may not have tested positive. And that may or may not have left me with an 11-pound turkey and a whole bunch of sides, a whole bunch of fixins, if you will.
Is that your bird's bird?
It's my Carson Wentz bird's bird.
Go Birds.
The problem is,
what size did you get? Did you get any burrito sides with that? With the turkey?
No.
Salsa or anything?
Classic pickup from Chipotle, one burrito in and out.
Just all that came with the bird was just like a losing record, and then what else?
Oh, with the bird itself. Yeah, there's like sweet potato, mashed sweet potatoes, stuffing, green bean casserole.
Jesus.
couple little Entenmann's pies that we already ate. These little things.
Oh, they're
But-
like little. Oh, wow.
This was supposed to feed a family of 7. That
Right.
got canceled. I'm still cooking the turkey. It's still thawing out, de-thawing.
Yeah, it's unthawing.
Still thawing.
It's unfreezing right
reverse thawing
Yeah.
in the fridge. And I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna drive around and being a man of the people, probably just give it to some people on the street.
Just toss it to
I'm just
them.
gonna drive down. You've seen the main strip right by my house. I'm just gonna drive down and just throw turkey at people.
I know. I think I know the house you're going to throw it at.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're out there cutting wood in front of it right now. It's really fun.
Make
They have
sure.
a 2-month-old, and they have a power bandsaw going all day.
Oh, that's really cool. That's good for the relaxing home environment, and
Yeah.
it's cool that they double check with you first too, right? They're like, "Hey, we're going to
And
be
of course they do. I mean,
running this
you
all
gotta
day."
understand.
It's community. There's a community there in New Jersey,
Exactly.
right?
But yeah, I just want to check in, tell you keep my name out your mouth.
Oh, okay. And hey, you keep burrito in yours, bud.
It's gonna be in my tummy in about 8 seconds, baby.
I like how you time it.
I'm choking on carne asada as I speak. Also, shout out to my sponsor, Voodoo Chips.
Oh yeah, Voodoo baby. Did you know?
Official
Voodoo?
sponsor of for me at least, or my fight camp, if you will, for the spelling bee.
I feel like this is reminiscent of Derek Lewis and Daniel Cormier, where when Daniel Cormier, the reason Derek Lewis had such a problem with Daniel Cormier was because he disrespected Popeye's chicken. And I feel like you're disrespecting Voodoo right now, and I think you need to keep Voodoo out your mouth.
How am I disrespecting Voodoo? The chip or
They
the
don't sponsor
religious
you.
practice?
You know that they don't spot. I am devout Voodoo. You know that. You know
No.
that I'm Voo and
Oh,
Voo.
that's funny. Show me your bag of Voodoo Chips that's within arm reach.
I-
Do I have one in every room in my house?
Do
Who
you have
knows?
communion wafers too somewhere? I don't see any up behind the cat there on the shelf.
Why would I have communion wafers? I don't believe in God anymore.
Oh. I just finished I just housed a burrito on Instagram. I don't believe in God anymore.
Yeah,
Is that the
like-
digestion happening already?
that is.
Are you going to
Good
be able to
job,
make the
guys.
spelling
See, maybe
bee?
we need to have an anatomy bee. You understand how bellies work and they make poop. And
Yeah, and I'm timing it right now, and I'm wondering if you're actually going to be able to make the spelling bee without having to mute yourself a ton.
oh, it's going to be a problem because, that's what, in 5 hours.
Yeah,
I also got eggnog to drink during
Oh.
spelling bee to make it festive.
and you're going to be drinking. I know you're going to be drinking.
Well, you think bourbon's not going in that eggnog?
I can spell both of those, and I'm feeling really good about it. I can spell both of
Bourbon's a
those.
tough one because they throw that U in there.
Yeah, that's the one the one I wanted to put in Porterhouse earlier. Is there a U in Porterhouse? Did I spell it wrong?
I think it's just porter and house. It's the
It's-
word.
it's Powder
porter and
House?
right?
Powderhouse.
All right. I got a baby that's starting to cry. She wants
bad.
her burrito.
All right. Well, anyway, I guess I'll see you tonight, and good luck,
I'm
buddy.
going to hang up on you now. Please understand this, okay?
John's out of here. That shit talking fool's out of here. Look, I don't know. I don't get everybody's schedule. I don't know when everybody's going to be shopping for burritos. I don't know when everybody's going to be out there, out and about, running around, touting their baby around town, studying their Christmas words, looking at every display he can. How do I spell cheer? Oh, there it is. Holiday, huh? Christmas. There it is. You know what I mean? He's just out there just eyeballing, cheating his ass off. I'm in here with very minimal decorations. I got a stocking here and I got a stocking here. Just the regular tchotchkes on the wall. And sure, yeah, I can shoot a promo. I can cut a promo. I can shoot a promo. I can edit a promo. He doesn't understand the level of production that he's dealing with. So we'll find out. We're going to find out tonight at the Spelling Bee. We're betting stakes, Powderhouse Steaks, or however you spell them. And that's going to be it. Manny decides the rules. Manny decides the words. There's a third party here. We have a governing body, and it's Puerto Rican, damn it. We can trust that. I love Manny. I respect the hell out of him. I think he's a great guy. He's been pounding off the whole time about the cat, for fuck's sake. He's here for the cats. He's here for cats. He loves cats. He's a friend of the cattic. Everybody knows that. Manny knows that. John knows that. But as far as keeping names out of mouths, maybe you should just keep your feet open, bud, so you don't have to catch up. Pounding off here with a bunch of people. Oh shit, John's eating, cutting a promo, eating a burrito. He was trying. He obviously he had his moments. He's good. Santa is an anagram. Red, white, and blue are the three colors I care about, honestly. We had premium around pounding off. Goddamn, it's about it's about to get patriotic. The burrito looks great. What's in it? Yeah, I was wondering that too. I was surprised that he actually didn't give us more. I can't even necessarily be sure what kind of burrito that was either. I don't know. Is that your first meal? A fucking burrito? I mean, come on, bud. You got to carb up for sure. Wife was here. She was pounding off. What's going on, wife? We got the cat. We got the cat on the fridge. He said there's only 8 R's in burrito. So yeah, John didn't roll his R's. I want that to be known also. I don't know if pronunciation counts at all, Manny, but if we are also, we're going to ask you to use some of these words and sentences. So your pronunciation will be key. That was a huge stipulation in the first spelling bee, was that we had to be able to say the words if we were asking the other person to spell it. So if we're asking that person to spell the word, you have to be able to say it. So Manny, you have the luxury. You can look up the pronunciations. If we were, obviously, we would have been fucked. Let's see. No sauce on steak ever. I like an A1 every once in a while. Don't get me wrong. And honestly, if you're putting steak on a burrito, you do want like salsa or something like that. So you can't say no sauce on steak whatsoever. But if you're slathering and stuff like that, yeah, you don't necessarily. But I like a nice au jus. There's one of the fattest meals that I would have on a regular basis was like an armful of dinner rolls, 2 huge slabs of just regular. I find out now, just basically regular rib roast, not really prime rib, because there was no bone. I find out that's what makes it prime, apparently. Prime rib, au jus sauce, and dinner rolls. That's all I would eat for breakfast for the longest time. For every Sunday, because I worked at a place that sold prime rib, and I would earn my fucking, I would get my money's worth for sure. I would get their money's worth. I was trying to put my best to put them out of business by eating as much prime rib as possible. Not literally, obviously, but close. We got, I'm just here for the cat. Yeah, he's here for the cat, obviously. Casey's waving. How's it going, Casey? John, bring your cat to the spelling bee for extra points. What the fuck? We get extra points for cats? He's got 2 cats. Okay, that evens out. He's got 2 cats. I got 2 cats. And Manny, you get to play with my cat as much as you want. Young Lord Stanley, he is up for grabs. You can play with him. No, you can't have him, but you can play with him. Pat, you're off the screen on purpose. I'm like half and half. I'm trying to be here and here. So actually, if I turn like this, I'm more on the screen this way, right? Sorry about that, Casey. Yeah, I'm being mysterious. Hell yeah. It is a pretty kitty. Yeah, I do like his kitty cats. Is that Finn? That was Finn, right? Is Finn the weirdo? Is he the spazzy weirdo or is he the other weirdo? I can't remember. I don't want to request to join. I was already here. Au jus style. Yeah, kind of like au jus. Like it would be, hold on. Wait a second. Oh, wait. Steak on a burrito. Sauce is usually fine. Oh, yeah, just steak. Yeah, obviously. Like au jus style. Yeah, I don't know. Like a steak sandwich. Yeah, there's plenty of need for a sauce on a steak every once in a while. A steak sandwich, obviously, but you know, you can do that. No, that's, what is that? Kit? Oh, Kit and Finn. Okay, that's cool. Two KITTFINN. I get it. I like it. Did you get them at the same time? I don't think you got those 2 at the same time. I know it wasn't as big of a difference as Chloe and young Lord Stanley, but either way, we'll talk more about that later. That's post-pro stuff. But hold on. There we go. Got the chat back up. So yeah, look for that. Catching up on the Mandalorian. Also, finally, I talked about Star Wars a bit with
Lemaire, who had watched, I think he was caught up with almost all of them except for the newest 3. And we were talking about, and he's also caught up mostly on Mandalorian as well, I believe, or at least friends are talking about it with him. He's more into the Star Wars universe than he was before. When I first met him and found out that he had not watched it, as big as he is in like anime, sci-fi, and a lot of stuff, the fact that he had not seen Star Wars really surprised me. Then it kind of became a thing with him, I think, where he's like, yeah, I'm the guy that didn't see Star Wars. He wasn't, I don't think he was really trying that, but then eventually caught up, found out he was a big fan of Jar Jar Binks. Big surprise. I thought for sure he was going to assume that was as racist as I think most people thought. But I've been catching up a lot on Mandalorian, and no spoilers. I'm not, obviously, but I'm really fucking enjoying it. And like, that's like, it's obviously the Bill Burr being in it is cool. I love the fact, and I don't know if people appreciate it the same way. Like, I like it because I like Bill Burr. I think he's cool. I like to watch him in things, but it's also like, I'm happy for his success, as well as the fact that I don't think he's not a huge fan of Star Wars by any means, but also that he's just so good at it. It's good. Like it's like seeing a 1 hour Star Wars movie like we were talking. That was one of the things that Lemaire and I were talking about on Monday's show. Was he joined us in the second hour of the show. And basically, I didn't think that we were going to end up talking about Star Wars the whole time, but ended up talking about how I think at a certain point they were doing the every movie a year, and then felt like it was getting oversaturated. And I was saying that kind of with Solo was the same way, but I said that right before I binge like 4 hours of Star Wars content. So I don't know. Maybe they were just oversaturating with like cinematic stuff. Maybe the content was, like kind of done, because it really is just the same thing over and over and over again. So I don't know. We got some people pounding off here. Found Kit in the wild. Finn we got at the bookstore in Wormleysburg. Hell yeah. Burr is the man. Fuck yeah, he is. Hell yeah, Casey. Sasha Banks is in it too. Yeah, she was. Is she one of the other Mandalorians, right? Frog Splash Queen. I didn't see any frog splashes, so that's how I didn't really recognize her. But Sasha Banks, wrestling star, superstar, right? Champion, ex-champion. I'm assuming. I don't know. Did they write that in there? Did they say that? Is she like? That's what they are. Wrestlers are superhero stuntmen. Essentially, they're larger than life personalities. Why couldn't you have all of them in there? There isn't a ton of like. I think it's cool that she's in it, but I didn't really. Does she? I'm not caught up by any. Yeah, champ. Hell yeah. So I would think that there's not a ton of like almost like who's the other lady? Gina Carano. She's an MMA fighter that is like, this is almost like, this is a safer version of like of other like this is another safe version of career paths for like ex-athletes or football players or something like that. They kind of, you don't really have to like super duper act. I don't know. Again, I don't know if later on there's a lot more acting that comes, but as of right now, number 5 on the 2020s, John pounding off FCA facts. If you want to find out more about FCA, check out the playlist right here on Baby Mermaid Productions on YouTube. Falls Count Anywhere, new episodes every Monday. Check it out. They premiere right here. Check it out, or what? Or don't. I was gonna threaten you, but I was like, what's the point of that? What's PWI? Come on. Pro Wrestling Illustrated's top 100 ladies and top 500 dudes. Look for somebody that is featured on the top 500 dudes list to be a guest on an upcoming episode of Falls Count Anywhere. Coming in 2021, we're going to have somebody that is currently on the top 500 PWI list. Maybe we'll even have him play PWI, pre-pro PWI. Can you imagine? What if he would like? What if we give him his number? Would he know? Who knows? Yes, it's a he. It's the 500, not the 100. So look for that in 2021. Tune in and find out. So yeah, I will catch up more, obviously, but I am not in the mindset anymore that there's an oversaturation of Star Wars content. I think that there was just an oversaturation of kind of like, I think they were just trying to pump out movies too much. It's not that there can't be. I'm excited that Disney has Star Wars and is just trying to squeeze as much money out of it as possible, because even with, like, let's say you get a couple things that you don't love, you're going to get something that like is really great and only has gotten better. I love season 2 of Mandalorian. Like, I was always a huge Boba Fett fan from the movies, just because of like how cool he looks, like how mysterious he is, and all this other shit. Then they kind of go more into it in the prequels. That was exciting with like Jango Fett, and they give him a little bit more backstory and all this stuff. I'm not somebody that is like super in depth with a ton of it, but I am very much interested in Star Wars shit, and have been most of my life. So there's just like a lot of just being immersed in it that I've really loved. But Boba Fett was always one that really was really cool. So it again, no spoilers or anything like that. I think probably most of the people that are pounding off in the chat have probably seen it. What's going on, Ian? How's it going? But pussy with index. Yeah, that's PWI. Pussy with index. I can spell width, but I can't say it. Go figure. Who knew? But yes, that's what PWI stands for. No, I like the fact that there's like they're just doing. I wasn't a fan of. I didn't watch the animated Star Wars stuff, and I didn't read any of the books or comic books or follow a lot of the other stuff like that. But the standalone movies I liked the Rogue Ones. We were talking about that Rogue One, how good that was. Solo was fun, but I didn't think as like I didn't like it as much as some of the other ones. So maybe that was the point, was just the most recent thing I was like, and I don't watch Clone Wars or anything like that, but I am interested in that world. And yeah, I'm somewhere in between just the regular fan that's like, yeah, give me more fucking Tusken Raiders and more other shit like that. You know, I am halfway between that, but I also do want some kind of substance and like good stories somehow. Like it's never been, there's been as much depth, I think, as you want there to be in Star Wars. It can just be a fun sci-fi Western thing, but it can also just be there can be more than that. So, but ultimately it's just entertainment. We got Poundy, Poundy. We got Poundy pounding off in the comments. Manny's pounding off in the comments. The Clone Wars animated series is one of the best Star Wars media out there. Out aside from Mandalorian. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know what it is. There needs to be. I legitimately, because you can't even say like, well, it's a cartoon, it's for kids or something. Like, it's all space and lasers. It's all space and lasers. Whether it's animated, that's what CGI is. It's just fucking-mation. Like it's that plus, you know what I mean? And so it's like, I don't know why. I'm just not drawn to it. Maybe I'll check it out now. That one broad from the show is on Mandalorian. Somewhat of a spoiler, the fact that I didn't give her name or anything else, but you know what I'm talking about, right? What's her name? Rosario Dawson, whoever she was. It's good. I like the show. I like it. And like I said, it is each one of those. I'm sure if you put in a little bit more, like just story, a little bit more story, you could make each one of those a standalone fucking Star Wars movie. Every episode of Mandalorian, I feel like this season so far, in season 2, has felt like each one of them could be their own movie. There's like a little quest in the main quest of the series, but there is like each episode has its own little quest. The CGI looks cool. The acting is nice. I mean, hey, what are you gonna do? Hold on a second. We got some pounding off here. It does the best at expanding the universe and getting into detail about things. Ian Strong is also pounding off in the comments. I thought I was the only person who still calls women broads. It's also Manny's pounding off. It's like really well done, and animation is really good too. I mean, sure, yeah, I'll check it out. I don't like the animation of it. That the animation in it, I don't. Everything that I've seen, all the clips and everything, I don't think that looks cool. I don't like how that looks. So it takes me out of it. I guess that's the only thing. Visually, it takes me out of it. So it has to, for some reason, it has to look like it lives in a real world to me. If it is animated in one of these Star Wars movies or something like that, but maybe I'm just animation biased. It either needs to be cartoonish animation, or it needs to be realistic animation all the way. But I know that doesn't make sense to put it that way, but I don't like the style of animation that it is. So it looks little kiddish to me. That looks like the same way like I would see some of those like educational or PJ, what's that, PJ Masks? I don't think that's educational, but my nephew, my little nephew likes PJ Masks, and that's how I feel like it kind of feels like that same kind of animation. Ian's also pounding off. You know what else looks cool? A vagina. Yeah. Okay. Manny's also start in like a later season. No, I don't like the animation though. We got Premium Ron pounding off. The character models were an odd choice for me too. Nothing against the show at all. I've never seen it. I know a lot of people who love it. Manny's also pounding off. I think the first 3 seasons were just okay, but it's much better in the later seasons. Okay, well, I mean, but then I'm gonna miss context, aren't I? Aren't I gonna miss some stories? Aren't I gonna miss? I'm fine with, like, that's the point. I don't think there's an oversaturation of Star Wars stuff, because they're not shoving it down your throat. The reason you're hearing so much about Mandalorian is because it's so good and people are attracted to it so much. The same thing with Clone Wars. The people that are attracted to it and are familiar with it, it's there for you. Like, that's the thing. I don't think that there's too much, because it's just there if you want it. If you don't want it, you don't have to watch it. So with the Clone Wars stuff, it's not, I guess that's it too. Do they kill people in that? Do they, like, actually, because there's a lot of people that are dying in these. And another thing that a nice touch that I really appreciate, there's a scene, at least one scene in particular, where there's a character that is smashing stormtroopers in the head with a big pole. It looks like a big, like, fire poker almost, that he's like swinging around. and it's like smashing the stormtroopers' helmets. Like there's, like, you see bits of plastic and shit like breaking off and stuff. That's cool as shit. I like that detail. I feel like they didn't really do that a ton. And they did that in some of the newer movies. They did show like stormtroopers bleeding and other things. Like, look, hey, it's realistic. These are either humans or humanoid type things that are dying. So we need to show that you can't just have them go, ah, like, it has to be, I don't know. Manny's also pounding off. I think the 3's, oh yeah, you won't miss anything really. Each episode is self-contained for the most part. Like, they might have 3 episodes in a row that's follow each other. Okay, well, they're standalone things. Like, you can just come in at any point in the season. Then yeah, maybe it is more like but I already have Mandalorian. I like Mandalorian, and I'm not like craving more content. It's really strange. I'm spoiled with Star Wars content, but I am definite. I don't feel like it's oversaturated. There's just an abundance of it. I like the fact that there's a Star Wars. I like the commercialization of Star Wars, because I like Star Wars a lot. I'm a big fan of it. but it also, I like that there is quality content. It doesn't feel like they're just putting out things so that they can sell more things. I like when there's actually good content too, but I also don't mind if they're going to put out some bullshit too. I don't fucking care. I don't have to buy it. In this case with Disney Plus, I do have to buy it, but I can also wait for it all to come out. Try not to talk to anybody about any spoilers or anything like that. For the most part, people have been really cool online as far as saying like, oh my God, that was so emotional, or this episode of Mandalorian had me like, or whatever it may be. But I just know that there's a big finale, which like most shows there is usually. But each one of these is such a cool little story. It's like I'm enjoying it so much that each one of that's what I really came to the realization of is like each one of these is like it could be a standalone fucking movie, and I would be entertained. I would pay, and that's where I'm appreciating it, and I feel spoiled is because this feels like movie quality. They could, if they just they just juice it up a little bit more, just a little bit. You could have that in the movie. Like you could have that in the movie theater and charge fucking like, $8 each time for each one of these episodes. So who knows? I don't know. Ian Strong is also pounding off in the comments. He says, you know what else? I can come in at any point, a vagina. Yeah, absolutely. That's true. Manny's also pounding off. He says the finale of this season's Mandalorian was way overhyped for what it actually was. That's what I'm thinking. Like the way this is building up, I'm like, I can kind of feel like I feel like I can kind of predict a direction it's going, but I don't want to. I'm also just enjoying it. I don't have to. I'm not thinking necessarily like, oh boy, is this the thing everybody's talking about? Is this, no, Bill Burr's in it. That was cool. I love that episode, by the way. His episode of Mandalorian, like I said, that was the one I think where I was like, man, this episode could be its own movie. Like it is one quest in the movie that is so in particular, but the each of the scene, like it's so fucking good, man. Jon Favreau's the man. I'm really appreciating it. Ian Strong's pounding off again. He says people get pretentious, very pretentious about their Star Wars content instead of just enjoying what it is. Yeah, it's Star Wars. Like if you start talking about how unrealistic it is, or how frustrating when you go like, I can't believe that's how they ended the trilogy, or that's how they ended the story, whatever. Nothing is ended. Everything continues in Star Wars. Everything continues. It goes over and over and over and over. So if you didn't like these three, wait for another three, and you won't like them, and then you'll say how good these were in comparison. And but that's what we get. We get the continuation of it, of the world. I would be okay with that, even with Harry Potter. I'm not even a huge Harry Potter fan, and I'm somebody that enjoys the Fantastic Beasts. I like those. Those are cool. It's just another world to live in. It's just another cool thing to do. Like it's entertainment. It's not necessarily, you can be somebody, you don't have to love every star. It doesn't have to be your identity and I know more than you and I know this. It's just sit back and enjoy it. Manny's pounding off as well. It was good, but it wasn't as emotional as everyone says. I watch it with my own expectations and enjoy it more. Yeah, because like again, no spoilers, but I got pissed off. Oh, I can't say no spoilers and then mention what I'm going to mention, but let's say possible spoilers. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to give away. I'm not going to go into too much details what I'm saying. But like I said, in the early movies, I was a huge Boba Fett fan, and I was getting super excited because they're doing a movie every year, and you're hearing about Han Solo standalone movie. You're talking about a possible Lando Calrissian standalone. I don't know if they're doing that or not, but each one of these things are you're getting standalone movies, then another episode, then a standalone movie, then another episode, then a standalone movie every year, and it's like that's awesome. Then I started hearing about a Boba Fett movie, and I'm like, holy shit, that is yeah. I just want it because they're doing it like in Rogue One. Yes, there's some characters that some places you already know, but there's some new characters, and it's just like a new movie each fucking time. and it adds more depth to the world. That's all you're fucking doing. You're adding more things. Now Bill Burr's in canon. He's Star Wars canon. That's fucking awesome. That's so cool for somebody who could give a shit less about being Star Wars canon. Horatio Sands being added into the Star Wars universe, brilliant fucking move. There's so much more that can be added. Like when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, I was like, this is what I wish Star Wars was. Have all the sci-fi and the weird shit, but also have some fucking real life comedy, like actual like humanity in it. And that's what a lot of characters and that people that probably grew up watching Star Wars are now able to add to the world, including filmmakers, people that are like, this thing was so huge. It doesn't have to stay in these parameters. It can go so much bigger. And I appreciate that because it just adds more options that it's an a la carte of Star Wars that I don't have to be like, I have to wait for another movie to come out. I can go like, oh, I don't really love the movies so much. I like the shows that they've made. Like Manny's saying about the Clone Wars show and Mandalorian. He might be a bigger fan of the series that they have than the actual movies, but you wouldn't have the series if it wasn't for movies. So it all feeds into itself. So we got more pounding off here. Ian's oh yeah, this would be good. Ian says the ranking roundtable Star Wars edition coming to Strong Words one day. And I think I know 2 panelists based on this. Hell fucking yeah, dude. Manny's also pounding off. Oh, bro, don't even get me started on Harry Potter. Harry Potter 4 movie was the worst one. Go. Yeah. Ron, 100%. That was, by the way, that was premium Ron pounding off. Manny's agreeing with him. Prisoner of Azkaban was the best. All right, Manny is cool. All right, well, which one is? See, okay, so now Harry Potter World. I'm not as familiar, but I do believe the 4th one is that the Triwizard Cup? Am I right? I can't remember if that's the right one or not. But I will say, if that is the one, maybe I'm not cool. But I admittedly not as big of a Harry Potter fan as I am Star Wars. But The Mandalorian, that's scratching an itch, baby. I love it. Because once I heard that they were saying like, oh, we're not going to be doing the standalone movies anymore, bummed me the fuck out. But now you find out we got something bigger coming up for these Mandalorian type, for these bounty hunters, these men of the guild. Yes. Members of the guild. Hold on. Yes. It was anime tournament arc. Yeah. Well, okay. Look, Triwizard Cup. That's the one with the vampire kid as well. He's part of. Voldemort comes back, right? All those things. I don't care if I'm at this point. There's no spoilers for that, right? But there is a definite draw of my personal taste to that particular film. I'm not cool though. I'm not cool. I don't know if I have a favorite Star Wars movie either. Who knows? All I know is I like The Irishman. So, in summation, I do want to catch up a little bit. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to save up. I'm going to save them up because we're right at the end of the show. This show fucking flew by. Been talking smack with John. Been pounding off in the comments. He ate a whole burrito live on Instagram. If you want to see shit like that, you got to follow the Instagram at Baby Mermaid Productions on Instagram. We go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can see John how's a burrito because you won't be able to see it after the show. It's gone. So John ate a burrito. We're going to be spelling tonight. I made it a whole show without pissing myself yet. Who knows what could be next? Manny's coming over later. We're going to be doing. I hope I get some extra points. I hope I get more points than John, not just for bringing my cat, but for letting you actually pet my cats. We'll discuss that later. He's pounding off finally. He says, yeah, the only good part was Voldemort coming back at the end. I don't know. I like it. I like all the challenges. I thought it was cool. But you're right. I also like the time spinning one too, but we'll talk about that too. If we do rankings roundtable of maybe I'll do a I don't want to. No, I'm not going to steal his bit. I was going to say maybe I'll do a rankings roundtable of Harry Potter movies here, but Dom would definitely be all 3 panelists. She wouldn't allow anybody else to speak. But thanks guys so much for joining on Instagram and on YouTube. I appreciate it. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, you're liking and subscribing. Please tell your friends about it. Share the video. If you're catching up later on, pound off in the comments. If you like anything, make sure you check out the Spotify playlist. I'll have some updates on Friday, and we're going to be catching up on words of the day as well as playing our spelling bee for Christmas. Our Christmas spelling bee with John Montag versus myself as Manny, with Manny as the moderator. He says, "Don't steal my bit." Yeah, I won't do it. Don't worry, buddy. Time spinning was Azkaban. Okay, yeah, that one's a good one. I like that one. But let's see. Bye, Pat. Hell yeah. Bye, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining in. I'll see you guys Friday, and have a very Merry Christmas morning and Christmas Eve. But I will see you Christmas Day twice live. Falls Count Anywhere live that evening, as well as GDP live in the morning. I love you. Goodbye.